Oh man, I told y'all, man, that game was gonna be good. The refs started fucking it up though, around like that. Like they were fucking it up all game. Ain't gonna lie, but they really started fucking up in the second half. But that game was good, even though the Pels lost, which is okay. They went to overtime. There was some things I'd like, some things I didn't like. But most people, here's the thing that I have a problem with right now. Everybody's talking about this is a heartbreaking loss. To me, this ain't a heartbreaking loss. This is a pretty good loss. I don't have an issue with them taking the L in overtime at home to a really good Pacers team that has continuity over like the last 3, 4, 5 years. And they got 2 All-Stars, or at least one former All-Star in Victor Oladipo, and, you know, they have Domantas Sabonis. So, for me, I'm like I said, those teams were evenly matched. If you guys looked at my video today, I said those 2 teams are like neck and neck. Like, I don't get how that's a bad loss. To me, that's a good loss. And I know people are like, well, we lost the game. I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. Those, like I said, that's one of those wall teams, right? And there's a lot of things that went wrong in this game. The early fourth quarter turnovers by Nall and Bledsoe, the late game turnover by Lonzo in the backcourt. All these happened in the backcourt. Lonzo could have called the timeout. You know, Stan could have called the timeout, but I'm not tripping about Stan not calling the timeout. I'm putting that on Zoe. That's the second time he's been in that situation this year. And that was what, Game 7? And he forgot. Now, listen to the way I worded that. This was Game 7, and he forgot to call a timeout. I'm saying this because, you know, he's 23 years old. He's been in the league. You're not supposed to make that mistake. And I get it, you know, young team, young player, yada, yada, yada. Fuck that. We can't say Lonzo has such a high IQ for the game and he make those lapses. Doesn't happen. Because guess what? Steven Adams got in that situation after the free throw where he did an excellent vet move on McDermott. Slunk his ass to the side, jumped in front of him, corralled the rebound, got it. Even though he almost lost the dribble, he landed on the ball, got it, called timeout immediately. You know, that, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that is, Steven Adams is a vet, and he's got, like, in my opinion, the highest or second highest IQ on the team next to Lonzo. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, we could point to that. Lapses on defense. They were giving up a lot of open threes this game. And I think part of that is the pressure that the Pacers was putting on them. So it kind of unraveled their structure. But again, this is a good-ass game. I said earlier that I thought this was going to be a hellacious game, a great game. It wouldn't surprise me if the Pacers had won. Like I said, this is going to be a game to tell me where they are. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of things that I can point to in this game. Some of it is coaching. So, yeah, some of that is a stand issue. A lot of stuff is the players. But I think the Pels are, like, right there. They're because I don't know what the game looked like to y'all, but I started seeing some glimpses of, oh shit, the Pels are coming in this game between Lonzo, Zion, and B.I. And not even that, but you know, JJ taking charges, Steven Adams making play, like, you know, Bledsoe being the vet. You know, let me go ahead and give Bled his flowers because I was talking shit about him earlier this season. Let me say this. I have been begging all game for any Pels player to attack Turner and Sabonis to get them out the game. The only person that was truly attacking the basket was Bled. And I think he got both of them put out the game, if I'm not mistaken. I know he got Sabonis, but I think he got Miles Turner too, all because he was attacking. No, yeah, he got. Yeah, I think he got both. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the tweets, but he attacked him and got him out the game. I mean, they were in foul trouble. My thing was like, bruh, y'all need to beat. I know it's hard to beat Vic and Brogdon off the dribble, but let me be honest here. And I said this, their front court won out in the end. Their front court won out in the end. Hold on, let me switch pillows here. I get comfortable. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. So it's funny because the play that won the game was in OT, and it was Brogdon matched up with Bledsoe, and Bledsoe pulled this little hesitation move, and he ended up with the advantage. He shot over Bled, and he shot a floater, and that was it. And that was my concern, was that backcourt, because no matter what, I saw the advantage being in their favor, and they did not disappoint. Their bench was better, like 12, 13 points better. I think we had 22 off the bench, and they had 35. But it was a good game. It was exactly, it was hyped like I thought it would be. It didn't hit the point total that I thought. I was hoping we'd got to 130 something. But when they was like, oh shit, we in overtime, I'm like, we good. And again, I still trust the Lakers players. Okay, we didn't get a whole lot of Josh Hart in there with Lonzo and BI, but it seemed like when they came in, stuff started happening. And I know they were tired because they said BI played 40 minutes. So I knew he was winded. Lonzo had 38. Zion had 35, and I believe Zion played the entire fourth quarter. So, and Zion was sitting the first part of overtime, which is understandable because he was tired. All the starters basically played up to 30 minutes, and it was crucial. But I mean, I don't even know how to really dissect this game. It was hotly contested. When one team made a run, the other made a comeback. It was at one point the Pels went on a 16-2 run to get the lead back, a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. And then they ended up making a bunch of mistakes and gave the game away eventually. I just think they got tired and they didn't have much left. I think the starters just really ran out of fumes. JJ was playing some good minutes. Josh Hart was playing some good minutes. Hayes in the beginning was playing some good minutes too. And I'm starting to see a little bit of synergy there with Bledsoe. And it seems like Bledsoe's positioning and playmaking is helping Hayes so that he's in better position to do what he needs to do. He's still missing these easy passes to his face. I don't know what the fuck is going on. He did it again this game, but it's I don't know. Maybe it's initially jumping in the game, he got jitters or something, and then it takes him a little bit to get his engine going. But I mean, he was making some plays. He got an alley-oop this game too. That was but he's definitely playing better. I still see too many issues that I don't like. But he's definitely playing better. So I'm gonna give them credit. I'm gonna give him credit specifically for playing better over these last two games. Y'all know I know what y'all here for. Lonzo had 18, 6 and 6. Was killing, and it's crazy because he didn't really take that many shots after the first quarter. He had the first quarter. I think he had 8. Then I think he hit a 3 in the second quarter. I'm trying to think. I don't think he hit. I'm trying to remember if he... I know he hit in the fourth, but I don't remember if he hit anything in the third. But he got a crucial. There was a steal, and he leaked out, and I think Steven Adams got him the ball in overtime, and he ended up getting dunked. And I was just like, yes. And like my entire Twitter, I was like, go so CO2. You know, that everybody, even even beat writers were sitting there like, you know, it was amazing. But man, I'm telling you, I cannot wait for the next game like this. Like, I can't wait, because I know B.I., Zion, and Zoe are going to be out for blood. They're going to try to win that game with everything. They're going to try to crush them. And the Pacers are going to want to prove, like, hey, y'all shouldn't have been this close to us anyway. So that's going to be a good game. I see that whenever we play them again, I'm going to be back on here and be like, y'all remember that first game, right? Y'all remember that shit. That was a good-ass game, though. Lonzo played good, except I got to critique Lonzo here. Lonzo was getting beat up on them screens. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but dude was getting beat so bad. Vic was getting open shots. Brogdon was getting open shots. I think, especially in the fourth quarter, his legs were starting to go. He was getting tired. And I saw some things that made me be like, okay, his stamina's gone. So that may have been part of it, especially in overtime. But, I mean, it was working the other way, too, because, I mean, they were missing wide open shots with the exception of Vic. They held Vic out for a long-ass time, and then they put him in late game, and he gave them, like, that extra push. I would have liked to see more Josh Hart instead of JJ, and I get playing JJ because JJ got 3 charges for turnovers for the Pels after, you know, the lead was gone. Mainly due to the bench and stuff. So it's I don't know. I would have liked to have seen Josh Hart. Again, y'all know my lineup. Lakers trio, Zion, Adams. When they're in, I'm comfortable with the game. I'm comfortable with the state of the game. You know, even with Bledsoe in, it's like, because he don't have the 3-point making or the size that Josh Hart has. And so that extra spacing does it for them. It's why I like him. And if you put JJ got the shooting, even though it ain't been that good, but he hit one tonight. But and teams still have to respect him, even though he's in a slump. But he don't have the defense. And granted, they got some players that, you know, don't really have the offensive skills, so you can have JJ out there for the most part. He can IQ himself into positions where he would have the advantage. And I saw a lot of that, but, you know, it's one of those things that I still wish we had Josh Hart in the game. You know, but there are certain things Stan didn't do, I think, that hurt them this game. But I'm going to listen to the presser, which is going on right now. And knowing Stan is going to take accountability for his fuck-ups. He's going to own it. Yes, there are going to be turnovers that are going to be talked about. There's going to be ticky-tack fouls. I know Lonzo was giving fouls late game, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, side note, the refs suck. Let me do this. Nigga, fuck them refs. Them refs is giving away bullshit-ass calls. Like, phantom-ass calls. Like, and what pissed me off is the fouls that they would allow in one part of the game, they wouldn't allow the next. Like, okay, motherfucker, like, Bledsoe gets a charging foul on a play going down the court. Then, the next play, Vic gets a charge, but he don't get a call. He gets to sit there and dribble. Hold on, wait. I got this. Oh, I can't dribble no more? Okay, let me shoot this wide open 3. And it's like, bruh, hey, Stan is visibly pissed. I was scared hold on, matter of fact, Nate from the coach of the Pacers, Nate, and Stan were chewing the refs out. And I thought both of them were going to get teched up at some point in the game. And I was like, oh, shit. But, yo, Stan, like normally you could hear Stan, and Stan is yelling and doing his thing, but Stan was going off on the refs because they had a play like to close, I think, the half, and I'm trying to remember who it was. McDermott, I think, had like hooked Josh Hart under the arm, so he couldn't even get a shot off, and they just didn't even call it. And I know Stan was in his ear giving him hell. Like, it was all kinds of stuff. Like, the refs were fucking up this game. They were fucking this game all the way up to goddamn orbit. Like, them motherfuckers was on a NASA ship of fuck up, fucking this game up. That shit was bullshit. Like, it is ridiculous. The fucking like, if you guys are gonna comment and y'all gonna be like, yo, fuck the refs. If you saw the game and you feeling what I'm saying, I need to see fuck them refs in the goddamn comment section, because that was some bullshit on both sides, not just the Pels but the Pacers too. And man, I usually give the refs a pass. I don't trip on the refs, but yo, these refs were garbage, like straight garbage. Like, I don't even know what, like, fuck them niggas. Anyway, you know, I thought overall it was a very good game. Pels made mistakes, Pacers made mistakes, but the Pacers are a little bit more veteran team. They got a lot more continuity. They have a little bit more balanced roster. And again, I trust. Okay, I said in my first video, they couldn't stop Zion, which is true. Zion, they were doubling Zion. That was all they could do. But they so defensively sound. They can like, the thing about them is they're so good. They're not a master of anything, but they're so good overall at everything that they can flex and do whatever they need to do to win the game. Pels ain't quite there. Now, roster is weak in certain places. Theirs is too, but they're a little bit stronger. They definitely get bench production. But anyway, the Pels needed to lose this game. This lets them know, hey, you lost to Miami. You lost to, I'm trying to remember. Can't remember who they lost to. I'm drawing up a blank. But you lost to Miami. You lost to, it wasn't Toronto. It wasn't OKC. Who the fuck else did we play? I'm drawing a blank right now. Anyway, you lost 2 games. Then you lost this one to the Pacers. Good teams, basically. The task is not done. You still have a lot more work to do. You can still take it to the next level. You guys got to build that. It's only been 7 games. Tremendous improvement I've already seen, even offensively. I said Lonzo needed 15, 20 games. So he's got about 8 more. But that goes for pretty much everybody on the roster for the most part. Some players are starting to come out of it and come around. Even Lonzo. But I'm still giving myself some cause for pause right there. I want to give them time because they still got to adjust to Stan too. And I'm giving Stan that time too. So that's why I'm not really being super critical on a team right now, because I understand the situation. Again, like, if I look at it, this would be really like game 3 of the regular season, in normal sense, because they would have played, some of the first 4 games or so would have been preseason. So, they basically be 2-1 if this was regular season. Still good, they're 4-3, not bad. But they really needed to be 5-2 because they're going to have a heavy slate of games coming up. Clippers, I think they do have the Celtics, but that's later this month. Milwaukee, Dallas, like, they're going to have some serious competition against some really good teams. So it would have been nice to have that cushion. Going up 5-2 means you could afford to maybe lose a game and everything. But now if you lose a game, you're at 500. And, you can't afford to lose 2 in a row. So I would have preferred them winning this game. But anyway, I'm cool with it. I don't think this is like a heartbreaker like everybody else is trying to say. I just thought, okay, y'all got your ass kicked. Good. Let's move on. You know, good game. Y'all got us. We'll see y'all when we come to y'all place. That's all this is to me. So I don't know why a lot of media pundits and people talking about this is a heartbreaker, this is a crush. It's not a crush loss. This is a good ass game. Take your L sandwich, and take your El Chapo and toss it up to the sky, and let's go ahead and get ready for the next game. It's your boy. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Fuck the refs. And post them motherfucking stats, Bleacher Report.